In 2026, there's only one type of Google Ads strategy I would recommend and use for local service businesses. That is trades businesses, contractors, professional services like lawyers, accountants, any small business that needs highly qualified leads from their local service area. In 2026, the cost per click is going to go up, lead costs are going to rise, and AI is changing the way search works. So we can't just cast a wide net anymore. We need a really highly specific campaign that targets local buyers. I call this the first page local intent strategy. It's designed for businesses that don't have huge ad budgets, are competing against larger players, and businesses that care about high quality leads that are ready to buy and not just clicks. In this video, I'll walk you through what the strategy is, why it works for local service businesses, and how to implement it for your business. And I'll show you some real examples. The first page local intent strategy has 3 parts to it. Number 1, we're going to start with a high intent search campaign only. Number 2, we're going to look at owning page 1. And number 3, we're going to optimize for conversions for ready to buy customers. The first thing I'm going to recommend to you is to start with a search campaign. Now that's this campaign here. You want to be ignoring any performance max, demand gen, video, display, shopping, any other type of campaign. And Google will try and push you towards using performance max or demand gen, and you want to ignore their requests. They're going to email you, they may even call you trying to get you to move over to this campaign. Stick with your guns and go with a search campaign to start with. Once you've started with a search campaign, then we want to add high intent keywords. Now the problem is most people start with broad keywords like electrician, electrical services, or something like that. And in theory, this sounds like a good idea because this is what you do. But these sort of broad keywords are going to bring in people searching for DIY, electrical, students researching things, maybe job hunters, maybe people looking for electrical tools. Instead, what you need to be doing is having some high intent search language like 24-hour electrician and the suburb or your location, or switchboard upgrade and also your location or suburb. Now these sort of searches indicate someone is looking for something very specific. They're looking in your local area, which indicates a high intent of actually buying, actually filling out the lead form on your website or giving you a call. The next thing you need to be doing with a new campaign is to be aggressively adding negative keywords. Now, adding negative keywords is going to block irrelevant searches and block searches that just are wasting your ads budget. And when you first start a campaign, you want to be doing this multiple times per week, and gradually as time goes on, you can reduce the amount of times that you're doing this. And to add negative keywords, we come over to the keywords, negative keywords, and we can add keyword. You want to be adding words like jobs, DIY, cheapest. By adding those sort of words, you're going to block out a lot of searches. And the next thing you want to be doing is looking at your search terms report, and this will show you what keywords to add to your negative keyword list. Your search terms report are all the searches that someone has typed into Google that have triggered your ads. And to review that, you want to come over to campaigns, search terms under insights and reports, and this will pull up a report like this. And what we're looking for are keywords that are not relevant for your business, that are wasting your ad budget. So for example, in this case, this is a solar installation business. We want to look at something like solar not working. So we've excluded that term. And the reason we've excluded that is because they don't offer service, they only do new installations. So we've got a similar one, solar not generating power. We've got a competitor here, so we want to block out terms like that by adding them as a negative keyword. And just by doing that alone, you're going to be saving thousands of dollars on your Google Ads and driving more qualified leads to your page. The second step in the local intent strategy is to own the first page. The mistake a lot of businesses make is they try and advertise for too many services, target too many suburbs, and by doing that, it spreads their budget really thin, so they're not really showing up for much at all. And if they are showing up, they might even be showing up on page 2, which is really not going to get you many leads or many inquiries or even good quality traffic. Here's an example of what it looks like to dominate page one. I've put my search in here, and this business here, Tidy Tree Work, they've showed up, and this is a paid ad. So they're at the top of the page. Now, if we scroll down here, we can see them in the maps here, and all the way down the bottom here, they're also showing up with that organic listing. So they're showing up 3 times, and actually they're showing up even down the bottom here. So they've got 4 listings on this page, and what that does is it blocks your competitors from showing. It makes less space on the page. So how do you show up 3 or 4 times on the first page? First thing to do is to target 1 or 2 specific services instead of broad services. So for example, instead of plumbing services, you might choose blocked drain, plumber, Manly Beach with your suburbs. Next thing you can do is set a narrow location target for your actual service. So we're going to set it to 5 kilometers, which is about 3 miles or so. And we're going to add our suburb in here. And as you can see, that only chooses a small section of the market instead of the whole of Sydney in this case. To get our ads showing in the map pack, we want to come over to Assets over here, and we want to add a location. To do this, use your Google business profile and choose your business name from the list. And the final thing is to look at using some local SEO so that your page for your top keywords shows up on the first page of Google. Step 3 is to optimize for conversions. The idea behind this is that every click is going to cost you money. So we want to pre-qualify people before they actually click your ad. Good ad copy, it just doesn't attract people. We want to repel the people that are not your targeted buyers. How do we do this? We're going to use polarizing ad copy. We're going to make it clear in your ad who the service is for, who it's not for, and your ad's going to set expectations before they actually click it. And by doing this, this is going to reduce the lower quality inquiries. You're going to scare off price shoppers and people who are never a good fit to start with. So for example, someone asking your hourly rate when what you're asking for or what you're after is project work. To give you a practical example of this, if you only service businesses and you're in IT support, you might have in your ad copy business IT support for offices and workplace. So just by having that line alone is going to stop or help prevent people that are looking for someone to come to their house to fix their computer. If you're a higher priced service provider and your product or service is a premium, then you may have something like luxury bathroom renovations, designer projects from $50,000. By putting the from $50,000, that's going to get rid of people that are looking for a low cost bathroom. By implementing those changes in your ad copy, you're going to stop paying for people that were never a good fit to start with. They're going to self-disqualify. Clicks can cost more, but the quality is going to improve greatly, and you're going to get people that are actually looking to hire you and not just ask questions and not just general tire kickers. Now, Google's algorithm is going to learn from this as well, and they're going to show you or your ads to people that actually qualify and not the type of people that are just looking around. Let's recap the lead generation strategy for Google Ads in 2026. So you're going to use high intent search campaign only. And so that'll be, like I said, your search campaign, high intent keywords. You're going to use negative keywords to block irrelevant searches, and you're going to regularly review your search term reports and add more negative keywords. Step 2 is to own page 1, and you're going to do this by targeting 1 to 2 local services. You're going to use geographic targeting within 5Ks or 5 kilometers, or just select a handful of suburbs. You're going to add your location in assets so that you show up in Google Maps, and you can do a little bit of local SEO to ensure that your business is also showing up further down on page 1. So then you can have 3 or 4 listings showing up on page 1 and really dominate that first page. And the final step, step number 3, is you're going to optimize for conversions. So you're going to tweak your ad copy so that your ads actually disqualify people. So you're turning away people that aren't qualified to buy your product or your service. And if you can do all of these things, you're going to have good success with Google Ads, and you're going to get highly qualified leads that turn into paying customers in 2026. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. And if you need further help with Google Ads, download my 150-page Google Ads guide for service business owners, where I run through all the right settings to set up your campaign for success in 2026. Or you can book a call with me if you need some expert help, where we can look at fixing your broken campaigns, get them converting, get them profitable, and set up new campaigns to generate you paying customers. The links are in the description below. Thanks, guys.